I don't get it. This is worse than when I was grinding. At least when I was grinding, like, it was only freaking sacrifice that killed me, you know? It was sacrifice that killed me 9 times out of 10. This is just like, randomly I can't run away and I don't know why, and then I get screwed over. I'm so blown away. I thought this game couldn't get any worse, and then it does. Over and over and over and over. Really? Why? Why can't I run away? I just spent the last 4 hours grinding, Kuko. I'm 10 levels higher than when I was when I got here. There's no reason that this should be happening. Hi, Kitty Cat Cav. No, the game was not unfair up to this point. The game was, like, really stupid in terms of, like, story advancement. Like, you had to search literally random tiles to get key items and stuff. Fine, but fighting monsters was manageable throughout the entire game. No, that's not, Shiner. It's not, dude. It's only up until you get to the cave leading up to this part that it really fucks you over. Everything else was fine. I never needed to grind except for the very, very, very beginning of the game up to like level 5, and that was it. That was it. I advanced normally up to this point, and then all of a sudden it just turns on the bullshit. Like beyond normal levels of bullshittery. The fact that I even figured out as much as I did on this game is a miracle, to be honest. I need to reapply repel. Only in DQ2 do you run away from XP giving metal slimes. None of them ran. None of them ran. I can't even make fun out of this death spam anymore. Like, there's no fun to be had out of this game. I tried to make fun with it, and it just doesn't want to be fun. It's not tough, it's complete and utter bullshit. It's the worst fucking pile of garbage I've ever had the displeasure of touching, looking at, interacting with. Never play this game. Ever. Not even as a joke. I'll tell you to play Ephemeral Fantasia as a joke all day long. This, no. No. This is nonsense. Even as like an old NES bad design kind of thing, no, this just takes the cake beyond any level I could even imagine. Like, the most dated of games doesn't even come close to how poorly designed this endgame is. It's just the biggest pile of rotten refuse, rotten Indian food wrapped in a diaper, trashy shit, you know? It just... What in the ever-living hell were they thinking? Like, all I can imagine is the Enix developers, like, sitting in a freaking, the development room, bunch of, like, dressed in, like, tight leather and S&M outfits, like, slapping each other and whipping each other all day long, like, oh, God, I love this. Yeah, design DQ2 now, daddy. Oh, God, yeah. Like, that's the only thing I can think of. Is they're all just like really into the self-mutilation and self-pain and self-flagellation. It's the only thing I can think of. Like, oh, everybody will love this. Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah. What's HWMH? Remember, acronyms are hard when you don't know what people are talking about. Can't even remember who has what item anymore. It's just so over this game. True, Psycho Sheep. The only bad game that I picked on purpose was I looked at it and it didn't look that bad, and I wanted to prove, like, you know, or rather see for myself more than anything. was Ephemeral Fantasia. I was like, it looked okay on the surface. And so I was like, oh, well, whatever, it's like $6. I'll get it and try it. And then, well, that was a mistake. Well, it was used. I mean, the game isn't sold new anymore, so Konami isn't making money off of that game anymore, so don't worry about it. Moment of truth if Reset respawns the boss. What was the issue with Ephemeral Fantasia? I don't know. Name something. That was the issue. Yep, battle system sucked. The music was mostly bad, yeah. There were some okay tracks here and there, but it was really awkwardly paced and like it would change like tempo mid-song in a way. It would feel like it anyway. It just was not super well developed, especially considering that there was like a music playing minigame that's like Guitar Hero beta, basically. And you'd think a game made based around music would be good with music, but it wasn't. Cool. Now I get to play the dice rolling game again because I reset the game, which respawns all the mini bosses. So I have to fight all the mini bosses and defeat them all over again. And the way Atlas works is he seems to focus fire on a single target. And if he attacks before me, despite my 120 agility, I just die. That's it. The end. I just die. Like I wouldn't even wanna like grind this game up. Like when I play an RPG, a lot of the times after I beat it, I'll grind up again and like, you know, do some post game or like annihilate the final boss or something like that. I wouldn't even want to do that with this game because I know I'd need to fight the mini bosses all over again. And the Atlas guy just like pierces armor or something. It doesn't matter how much defense up I put up. He just hits me for 120 every turn and I have to spam heal all or I die. And if he attacks before me, then I die. And it's like, he's gotta have a slow speed. And Elaine is very fast. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know what's also really lame? Final dungeon. No treasure. Just death. There's no cool treasure to pick up in any of the side passages or anything. There's 2 treasures. Guess what? They're both empty. And you have to go through hell to get to them. Yeah. Like, just constant, very bold middle fingers to the player. I can't imagine what stupidity went through the minds of the developers of this game. Especially considering Dragon Quest 1 was fine-ish. Yeah, you needed to grind, but I mean, it was a pure numbers game. You just, you know, need to grind until you do the numbers higher, and then you win. The end. This is... I don't understand. I don't understand, even by NES terms. It just, I'm blown away, man. I don't know how else to say it. Maybe there are side passages or something I can go in, like, over here. Actually, that's the path I go into, yeah. Oh, cool. Ambushed. All right. Great. Just in case I thought that I might actually be able to do something. Nah. Oops. That one doesn't count. Hey Gonzo, thanks for the 31 months on Twitch Prime. Thanks, dude. Appreciate you sharing that Prime over here. Can I go back to dying 70 times on Dark Souls bosses? At least when I died, it was my fault. Like 90% of me just wants to play Dark Souls just to prove that I don't mind dying in video games at all. I mind getting screwed over without any choice though. That's what I mind. Constantly. Constantly. Like I don't have a say in the matter. I just die. And then I have to start over again. So like this entire advancement through the dungeon is 100% roll a bunch of dice and hope you don't get like 1 through 50 out of 100. So basically flip a coin every time. If you get the wrong side, you die. It's just a series of coin flips over and over and over and over and over again until you hopefully make it all the way through, which I did at one point. But then the final boss just spams heal all. And I ran out of resources and died anyway. But then I made the mistake of resetting the game, which respawns the mini bosses, so now I get to do all the coin flips all over again. No, the OST's fine. You're... No, the OST's fine, especially for an NES. It's a little basic, but it's not like random keys. It's not off tone or off key or anything. It's crazy how much easier that one is than Atlas. No treasures at all, just... Such a boring, unrewarding dungeon on top of all the other nonsense. Actually put him to sleep. Tags don't wake up apparently in this. I didn't know. They need to put FF9 on Switch. You mean FF9 that's already on Switch? You mean that FF9 that's already on Switch? That FF9? That came out last year on Switch? You're talking about that FF9, right? The one that's already on Switch? I'm just giving you a hard time, man. Don't apologize. I'm just teasing you. FF8 PC is okay. If you have the remaster, it's a lot better. Well, if you have the remaster, you don't need to apply the patch. The remaster's pretty damn good. I mean, FF8 PS1 is always going to be better, but the remaster's very good. Visually, a lot better, smoother, and you don't need to worry about patching in the audio files. I'm going to die, so that's Oh, you own the actual disc. Well, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna try stuff. I'm just gonna spam stop spell and sleep and see if they eventually work.